Greetings, what's going on, beautifuls? We're back to do a 5-card reading for all 12 tribes, and this is going to cover the next fortnight. So I call those 2 strong, because none of us were sent here to be weak or diluted with false information. We're going to look at 5 cards to help break apart things we need to know about moving on. I'm going to suggest that in addition to watching your sun, you check your moon and your rising, because I am a moon reader, and so many of my Aquarians find additional messages and sometimes more in their moon and rising signs with me. The first card's going to talk to us about the present situation. The second will cover our challenge based on the past. The third is going to give us an idea of the future and guidance that we might need to be aware of. The fourth is a reason for why the current situation has a certain or particular focus, or what you might want to be focused upon. And the last card is going to give us an idea of what the potential outcome actually is. Now, if you like these messages, hit me up. Thumbs ups work, subscribe, or hit the bell if you really like them. You'll get all of my notifications, and let me know if it resonated. I'd love to hear your messages in the comments below. We'll see you on the inside of your reading. Hey, quick note to the remainder of the 8 tribes that may have been waiting for these fortnight readings. I had to do a relocation due to some situations that arose in my life and a family emergency. So I am resuming now in a new state, and I'm going to be getting to your 5-card readings. We'll see you on the inside, and thanks for being patient, those of you who are waiting. Hey, what's going on, Leo? Thanks for being here. Been shuffling your cards and getting your energy all over them for this reading, and this little card just flew out. King of Pentacles in reverse. Did you lose your job? I heard somebody lost their job. It's like they said dethroned. And, well, maybe it was love. This Knight of Cups came in here. I'm hearing somebody just got like sent packing, and really sorry if that's you, Leo. I was hearing a wee moe, a wee moe, a wee moe, a wee, and I was just singing with, well, I'll call them my guides too. I've got a Leo moon, and so a lot of times some of these things will come through my guides heavily because of how I read. I'm more of a moon reader. When I go back and look, sometimes they'll apply to me as well. But I was just hearing that the Lion Sleeps Tonight song while I was shuffling, and why somebody was maybe having like sleepless nights. And I'm hearing for somebody, it's like if you lost a job, it might just be like it was a nightmare anyway, and it's like forget about it. So for some of you all, I hear it's on to greener pastures, something that's going to make you feel more vibrant. So that's good. So if you lost your job, you know, maybe you're somebody that just told it to like go shove itself, because I'm hearing somebody heard that, like literally go shove it. And I don't know if that was somebody telling you or you telling somebody or maybe hearing it, but it was pretty direct. How cheeky today. All right, so let's see what we got here. We've been shuffling these quite a bit, and just gonna get a little bit more on here and make sure I'm focused for you. That's feeling pretty good right there. Let me go ahead and lower this so you can see what's before us. See if that's good. I don't want this to fall. Yeah. How about now? Excuse me. Oop. This will be edited. Okay, so all right, 5 cards. There we go. This is what was looking up at me here, Leo. It's definitely your element. That's the Knight of Wands showing up in reverse. That's what he looks like when he shows up right. And I'm here for some of you. This is somebody that just turned something down, and it might have been a job. It might have been a job offer. And I'm here for some of you. It's just like sending somebody away. But we'll see if we can get some more information about that. You know, we've got Saturn that just went retrograde on Monday. Pluto is retrograde again, and it's a time for accountability. This last full moon that we had was really about bringing a sense of clarity where there was chaos before, and the accountability factor. And so for some of us, you know, I'm hearing this might have been a parting of ways with people over creative distances and differences, perhaps, but when I just lifted that up, this was what was left on the bottom here. Ace of Pentacles. I'm hearing for somebody, it's like how they were being tokenized, if you will. But again, that's sort of my area of focus and specialties, how people have been commoditized and where we put an end to that type of factor with why we are harvested in such a way, because we have better ways to do this now, where with 0 point energy, it becomes safe for people to have needs and also be the recipient of the things that satisfy those needs. All right, so let's move on to the reading here, because we've got some cards here. And hopefully, if you did lose a job, that means that something better is coming, because I did see that coin coming upright for you, Leo. All right, center reading here. This is sort of our situation and what the present is telling us. And, well, that's the 8 of Cups showing up in reverse. So that's what it looks like upright. That is water element. Could be an indicator of what kind of people are in your life, or a situation that has been going on in your life with people that have water element in their chart too, Leo. We're seeing somebody walking away and leaving things behind, and here it's showing up in reverse. And so for some people, I'm hearing this might be a pending situation. It's like, you know, taking an inventory of what you need to know before you can turn your back and walk away from something. I'm hearing for other people, it's like, this is literally what just happened, and what's coming forward is like the next step. So let's see what else is going on here, Leo. Challenge, past situation. Got a King of Wands in reverse. Well, if that's not you, that could be someone else in your life. Anytime we see a person card like this, it could be a number of different things, especially people. And if that's a person, it's more than likely that they will have strong fire element in their natal chart, just like you do. And that would be somebody that's got possibly a sun, moon, or rising sign in Leo, Aries, or Sagittarius. I will say, when we see this person showing up right, it's a good thing. This is somebody that has literally taken their passions and have taken themselves to the highest level of mastery, that they're literally on the throne, and they can be very compassionate, brave-hearted, and absolutely dynamic and fierce. When you see them like this is like really sour energy. This can be a very dangerous person too. And I'm hearing for somebody, this is like somebody that had gone off their medication, that might have needed a certain kind of support and really just fell apart on another person. And sometimes that's what this can look like. This can be an all-out collapse when somebody has been taken off of their throne, really. And so I'm hearing about bipolar disorder and things that people might have challenges with, and how difficult it can be when there are other influences that just shake that further. And so with as much compassion as I can bring here, and knowing what that's like firsthand, having lived with that, and also dealing with my own needs as somebody that had technically died. I take herbal supplements and all kinds of things to keep myself in good spirits and physical form. And I know what it's like when you're around people that are struggling and trying to deal with that. And I'm hearing for some people, this is maybe what caused a breakup of some kind here. And I'm hearing for some of you, it's not a romantic relationship, or at least for one of you it was. I'm hearing it was more creative differences, but actually they're talking to me about somebody else here too, that they're just saying two-faced, and I just keep seeing this moon right here and this like face, and it's like opening up like this, and it's like, well, what you didn't really know was that somebody might have been motivated by other reasons that they were not being honest about. If there was a romantic attraction that was only one-sided, is what I'm hearing. Okay, let's see here what else we have going on, Leo, in the guidance, kind of immediate future situation here. We're seeing the moon reversed, and yeah, you know, another emphasis on moon. And this can be a rather confusing energy, because I'm hearing it's Pisces influence for somebody too. Although, you know, this could also be very Scorpio, this card here. I'm hearing Pisces for some of you, but they keep, you know, the moon, this is a very psychic energy. This is a major arcana, one of the trump cards. There's only 22 in this deck. Anytime they show up, they talk to us by and large about the kind of energy that determines how we do life versus just passing moods and stuff. This is serious energy that really determines how we interact with things. And the moon is a very psychic energy, and it can be very romantic. And when it's upside down too, it can just be very freaky for people, because it's like the things that only exist in the dark, maybe unrequited issues, things that we haven't dealt with, and sometimes having that just like thrown on our face. This can be like a whole scramble, is what I'm hearing, of emotional energy that somebody might be dealing with. And I'm hearing, especially if you're somebody with Leo that's also got a lot of water in your chart, this could have to deal with how some of your efforts were being diluted in different ways, and things that had to change is what I'm hearing. But they're showing me about diluted efforts and people just pouring things out and like just like pouring it out. I'm seeing like a very cavalier energy to like just throwing away something that somebody else might have tended to lovingly. So that could be painful for somebody. Let's see here. We've got some more information here on the focus card, Leo. This is going to give us maybe the reason for things happening. And this is justice in reverse. And I'm hearing for somebody, this is really just showing that there have been so many pieces of evidence in somebody's favor because of how they had been positioned. But I'm hearing for somebody else, this is like just absolutely evidence of consequences that need to go somewhere because of how justice has been obstructed somewhere. And this is a major energy here, major arcana. This has a lot of Libran influence too, so could in fact deal with a Libra perhaps that might be participating in some way. But I'm hearing it's rather serious for some of us, because justice, when it shows up right like this is a great sign. This means that all things go in our favor when we are acting in accordance with the highest resonance of energy that we are being. So when you're just, being right, this is a good thing to show up. I'm hearing for some of us, this is like realizing how something hasn't been going right. And so I'm not saying this has to be you, Leo. This could be things that have been blocked, which I'm liable to think because every card that's shown up so far is blocked. So, maybe you're waiting for something, but This is pending. I keep hearing pending, and this is like in reverse here, and I'm hearing for somebody, it's just going to make a lot of sense why something ends up changing. Let's see what our outcome potential card is showing us here, Leo. Well, we got the Page of Wands upright. And I'm hearing if it was like a paternity thing, it's like you're going to get the one piece of information that you needed because everything else was reversed. And I'm hearing for somebody else, this is just like knowing that no matter how bad this has looked, it's like this card shows upright. On top is the outcome. Out of all of the fire suit court cards, okay, the people cards, this is the youngest one. So if this isn't an indication of maybe somebody's child who is being born, or about their child, or some creative new venture, I'm hearing for somebody, it's like whatever you left behind, or whatever you're like trying to contemplate, is it right for me to let this shit go, is what I'm hearing. I'm hearing heck yeah, because it's going to make you feel a lot like younger, is what they're saying. It's like all this stuff was just like, look, it's like heavy crap. It's like, oh, not feeling well under the moon, not being safe in the dark, and like not knowing how to walk away from things that are maybe emotionally toxic and draining, or people that will like gaslight you. Like, have you ever had a gas hole in your life? One of those people that's, we'll call them a gas hole. That's a real nice way to say that, where they'll just light you on fire, for kicks or whatever. Well, sometimes it's like hard to leave these things, especially if these are foundations and people in your life. What if it's like, father, brother, mother, sister, know your own gender, and whether these characters apply for you, please. Because they might not. These might just be helpful ways to look at potential situations around you. But if all that stuff is upside down and then this one thing shows up right, this is fire element, this is your element, and it's looking good. So I'm feeling really good about the potential with this here, Leo, and I think that it might just be time to make some difficult decisions. If you've been waiting to walk away from something because of maybe a false sense of allegiance, is what I'm hearing. I'm hearing you might have some backup around you because there's a lot of evidence as to what was actually going on behind the scenes. So hopefully that makes sense for you, Leo. Take care. Hit me up if you'd like one of these with just your energy at book.artoflove.me. And if I don't hear from you, take care. We'll catch you again soon. We're back for another one. Bye for now.